I guess we keep on working. I've been waiting. Thank you, Pikmin. I've been waiting for people to actually Best Buy, but that's not gonna happen. So I might as well just work. Welcome to the stream that, well, shouldn't be really a stream. It's actual permanent content. Insanity, Twitch could never. Yesterday, I got so exhausted that I couldn't finish the rest of the line art, but I did some of the line art, which is... Let me put this down so you can see. And this up. We did basically the body, and we figured out the legs somehow. I am impressed by my skill of leg crossing. This is like... It's been like the first time in ages where I draw a character with legs crossed like that, so that's fun. And we did the hair, and we did all the other stuff. We did some... What is it called? Thickness adjustment on the pen. Like, when it comes to some lines are thicker than the others. Whatever. And now we're gonna do the ears, and I hopefully finish all the line art that I need so I can start coloring. And I still didn't figure out a camera angle that, well, basically, if you didn't watch last stream, I advise you to watch it, but whatever. Every time I'm drawing like this, like, I look pissed off all the time. Like, my shit doesn't really catch on the model. That's alright, one day I'll fix it. Anyways, we're gonna do the rest of the hair, which is not hair, it is ears at this point, but everything's connected, so... Oh no, not that color. And this time I also placed a different playlist, and hopefully I don't get in trouble, because the other playlist was actually making me so sleepy yesterday. The lo-fi always does that to me, like, depending on the lo-fi though, but that type of lo-fi did that. If I finish this in time, and I don't know, I'll play something. I was thinking of playing Heroes for a long time now. Heroes of Might and Magic 3, not the other one. When it comes to the flames on the ears, I think I'll just do the same thing I did on Iris. I make a big like blob of something, so then instead of having line art, we just can color and render. It looks way more smooth. Oh yeah, and I have to fix the tear thing. Here we go. So this should be so his hair and ears. Yeah? Okay. And now I can do the, I'll call it flame ears. And for the flame ears, we can do the same as I explained on the eyeballs. We're gonna make a big blob. Actually, we could... That might be cuter to do if I select shit. Yippee. Looks about right, I think. Do that. And then... Alright. Actually, I should maybe add a bit more here. Yeah, looks good. And then I can delete that, and we should be goodish. Actually, is that part? Yeah, that should be part of the hair. Dude, I should have the Pikmin dying sound. Honestly, so I can just work faster under pressure. It looks okay, I think. The flames are hard to draw, and I do them all the time. We're gonna test this and see. I mean, technically, we should put... Okay, so usually all my eyeballs, all my eyelashes and whatever are in front of the hair by style choice. I just prefer it like that. So I have to move everything up and erase some stuff that don't make sense. And for that, we do this and we could check on everything else so it doesn't overlap. The other thing that I grew used to these couple of days is actually put, instead of having the eyebrows over the bangs, usually I do that, I just place them underneath where you cannot see them. But I'm still not sure if I actually prefer that or not. Like, it's a new thing to me. Because I'm used to having the whole expression shown. And eyebrows actually help a lot. Sometimes I feel like if I put the eyebrows beneath, then I don't see the full expression. Like, part of the expression is gone, which is kind of sad. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, I still have to do the Joel. I have to check real quick on my reference. Where is my reference, man? What is it? I don't find it. I have way too many folders, this is insane. And I hope my folder doesn't open on my tablet now. It doesn't. Amazing stuff. Where is it? No, those are screenshots. I don't want screens. I think, yeah, I'll use this one because I know that it works. Actually, maybe I'll go for the other. I don't like the overlay. So, let me see. Oh, you guys can see it. Cool. This is the, well, the one design that I drew before I did the retexture for this model. And the only difference is that on the neck, there's the jewel right here. And on my model, there's not, because one, I didn't want to mess with 5-2D stuff to actually make a jewel properly 3D. And two, I am a lazy bitch, so we don't have it. But on all the drawings, I think I want to add it because it only makes sense. Because if I could, like, have an easy way to do the jewel on the retexture model, I'll do it. So I'll have this in front of me and have it as a reference. Wait, I actually don't. Yeah, go down. Yeah, okay. Face and body pug. I might do a new layer just to mess with it. And then I'll just add to the layer below. So I can make it slightly 3D-ish. We're probably gonna do the same kind of thing, where I'll do on the flames and the irises, where I remove the line art so we can have a more seamless render of the item. Since this is like a more metallic thing, like metallic and crystal thing. The other thing that I could do, to be fair, will be just adding the outer line so you have some contrast. I think that might be better, honestly. But not adding edges lines, like if there was something here, then we don't have add that line. I think this looks pretty good. Okie dokie. Pretty good. Nice, I can delete that now. And we're just vibing. Okay. Question is, do I render the body now? Or do I do the line art of the rest of the stuff? It might be not bad to render the body first and then we figure out the lighting situation of the room, because I imagine this piece to be really dark, like dark room, blue light from the screen, stuff like that. So. Let me see. I think I will do the line art of the rest. Like, I'm just being lazy because I actually just hate... I really hate doing backgrounds at times. But... I made myself do this, so... Okay. I'll do a layer, a group layer for... chair. And I'll make it funny blue. Like that. Yeah. So that's gonna be the line art for the chair, and then I'm gonna move on to the screens, I think. And maybe I could put these two together. Character. Sure, we can. Maybe at this point it's fair to just make it blue. Yeah. And chair, not blue, purple. It's purple, not blue. I swear, I know that my colors. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Chair is blue. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Pikmin. It's like I'm talking to myself. Maybe I don't want that to be blue because then I'll be losty. So I'll figure some other blue to have the sketch so I don't bother. And now we're gonna do chair. Like that, I can use this blue instead. Pockies. Okay. We are ready to chair. Put this down. We don't need it right now, so... I could maybe... So I don't have to glare any bit. Have this in blue and then I'll just paint on the color of the line that I usually do. Which is not black, by the way. I never do line art with black. You'll never see me do that. So, chair-wise, I think... Also, don't question why I'm doing the line so thick. I will show you the ways of why I do thick line art sometimes. You just have to be patient. And this is, I think, a good trick if you use Clip Studio. I don't know if like other softwares have it, to be fair. I only ever saw it on Clip Studio, so... And I was the type of person who used Medibang and Fire Alpaca quite a bunch. Okay, should this be here? Maybe. Yeah, okay, cool. A lot of this chair situation will be rendered too, so we don't wanna do a lot of lines, because if we do a lot of lines then we're kind of messing up the whole like realism of it. Like if you look at an object, what stands out usually, like to contrast. This is such a weird theory to actually explain, because like you can kind of imagine the lines around it, but you never think of the edges of an item as lines, and that's kind of what I do. There was a whole thing, I don't remember who the artist is, but he's like a professional artist in the industry, where he explained that this, for his comics and whatever, he never thought of drawing every line of an item or a background or whatever. He only thought of textures. So that's what I'm trying to go for. The only thing is, when it comes to my art style needs line art to actually work. So sometimes I have to add some stuff to make it make sense. I'll probably add it here too, since this part of the chair has it. Then I can make an edge here too. Make it bigger. Okay, the trick that I was talking about. Very simple if you use it. There's a thing called correction under filter, and adjust line with this is what we want. And usually if I have a thick line, I will just narrow it down, and then I don't have to bother about like redoing the line again. This is really helpful because if you draw, you know that doing really thin lines can be very complicated, like to connect and whatever. And thick lines tend to just be easier for the hand. So this is a pretty good tool to that. If you're like, I don't know, watching the VOD afterwards or whatever, you could let me know. Because I have no clue, I'm just a clip studio girl. If there's other drawing apps which have this line correction thing, I'd like to know. The only problem is, sometimes if you narrow it down too much, it does these stupid pixels here, and you just have to be careful with that. I think it depends, like, on what type of brush you use. My brush has like a gradient, not gradient, but like a fading at the end, so it does that. Okay, so this is our chair line. Tiny posies. I need some water, so don't mind my model moving around like shit. Okie dokie. And some stretches before I keep working. Almost done. Okie dokie. Alright, desk and stuff, I guess. Another group. We can put this group up and do that. Desk and stuff. This is a kind of ugly color. There we go. We're gonna start with desk, I think. So then we figure out the dimension of everything else. And for this is the only time that I actually enjoy using rulers, honestly. Rulers and the other line thingy that I forgot the name now. And we're gonna use a color that we can actually see. So we're gonna line. Let me see how thick this is. This is as thick as I want. And I want something like this. There we go. And something like this. And from there, I'll do all the other lines, I think. If anything, we can do like the correction thing again if it's too thick, but yeah. This should be the desk and the tower. My tower is on top, like my PC tower is on top of my desk, and I want to keep that idea. For one, I just didn't know what to put on like an empty wall, so screens. Now I'm just figuring out. Like, I'm looking at my screen right in front of me just to see how my screen looks like while I draw. I mean, most of the time when I'm drawing, I'm already looking at my screen, right? So, whatever. I think this is the only time that maybe I should do some edges for the screen. Maybe. Like that. And then let me see one thing. Because I can select this and make it thinner real quick. So I have an idea. Do the correction line and do it like this. And now it's very better. Oh yeah, true. I have a webcam, so maybe I should do that too. Like here. Maybe actually. Let me see if I... Oh no, please allow me to draw my shit, man. I'll do something like this. No, that's too thick. Yeah, there we go. No. Almost. Hehe. Haha. I'm likely to just get this shit into my camera real quick. Because I'm gonna do edges again, which means I can just erase like usually what I do with circles. This is also kind of a circle, so it works. There we go. I think that looks like something. And then we do this, and yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, it has the form. Pretty happy with it. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Time to delete that guy over there. Here we go. And now we go back to this, and now we do the drawing tablet. I think that's the best. My drawing tablet is Y on canvas. So maybe I should try to make it more curvy. Like I'll do something like this and that. And then actually, I just realized one thing about my desk. Like I have way more space between me and the screen. So like my desk technically should be longer. Practically, do I care? I think I do care. Do I care, chat? Because if I do a line like this, whatever, give it more space and then put the tablet backwards or whatever, so I can have space here. Yeah, I don't think I care. I didn't plan it, so who cares? In this universe, I don't have desk space. Okay, that's good. And is my motherfucker thick? Yes, it is. How do I do this? This should be my classic cable. And this should be how thick it is. Yeah, looks good. Looks fine to me. And I'll do the edgy thing. Technically, this tablet is a bit too big in comparison with my actual one, but we vibe, we give no fucks right now. Like, it looks better this way for the drawing, so that's what matters. Let me see. Oh, true. I also have the thing. How do I draw this, honestly? Like, I have a support for the tablet. So it's angled. I mean, I guess we vibe. Oh, this really thick, man. Let me see. I mean, technically, because it's this angle, then you wouldn't see it because it goes like this. Yeah. Okay, we good. Never mind. Is this the same? No, it's a bit thicker. Okay. This? Yeah. Okay. Okay. What is it?
You have audio problems on your stream.
I do? How?
Your voice is on the left ear only. Only your mic.
Well, let's fix that, I guess. I'll be right back. Well, I'm back and I'm now speaking from both ears, so sorry for that. Let's keep going. We're drawing the second screen. I hope you guys got some, I don't know, water or snacks or anything. Dude, I have a fly in here. Fuck you, man. This is what happens, like, for enjoying the nature. Like, opening windows? Why do I do this? Like, I'm bringing doom to myself. Same thing as what we did before. We get this line. Oh, get these lines to make them smaller. What the fuck am I doing, man? There we go. Looking at my screen just to check. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's a bit thick. It's way smaller. Yeah, okay, I think it looks fine. Damn. Amazinga. Okay, cool. Now I could like this, and maybe just remove some of it, because now it looks artistic. Whee! The reason I'm doing this actually is basically it starts looking more hand-drawn when it's not. That's about it. Like, if I was to actually hand draw it himself using the ruler thing, it would look wonky. I promise you. Like, it would look super wonky. Super not straight. But if I use the ruler, it looks straight. But it looks too straight at that point. Look, it's Mart X1. Hi. My technician. Thank you for fixing my audio issues. Like, it looks good. I think it looks good. I think it looks fine. If you don't look at the angle for way too long, then it looks perfect. And now I'm thinking, you know how the desk has like dimension edge thing? Like right here? I'm thinking of actually doing that edge because we did the same edge here, so it would look similar style and it won't look weird once we are rendering. Might be good. So I think I'll do that. And that's actually kind of wonky. It's more like this. Yeah. And now we do the same procedure. This is like my favorite fucking filter, man. Oh my god. I went from pigment to villager noises. How dare I? I'll keep it though. Let's see where I go. And now we can do that. Looks pretty good. Oh shit. My nose is running. Get yourself some water, boys. You know, I'm very much considering, instead of drawing a mug, to just Photoshop, like, either monster or crazy wolf. Unironically. Like I did that on fuck, what was it? It was an artwork that I did for my D&D campaign, not D&D, but tabletop, whatever, paranormal order. Where I didn't know how to draw like proper dimensional graffiti cans, so I just took a PNG and like covered over them to look like the actual drawing. I might do the same because it looks funny and it's really fun to edit afterwards. Okie dokie. I think I might change that tower a bit, just a tiny bit, so it looks like my tower. Looking over my tower just to check the details. Like, I have an edge that goes like this. And now I do the same shit that I've been doing. Correct. We correct. We do that. And we fix that just a tiny bit. And we good. And I don't have a fucking clue how that goes, but we vibing. Fly, go away! One. Okay, USB 1. And then there's another USB right there. Yeah, that goes up. And then there's Thingy and Tongy. And then the other USBs that I don't catch, so it doesn't matter. And usually I have one funny guy that is connected, which is my external. And that guy goes up like that. Looks about right. I'll just fix it a bit actually. Just a tiny bit so it looks pretty okie dokie. And I mean the other one is occupied too, but I don't think I want to bother honestly. Oh. And I have a funny texture on my tower, and I don't know if I want to bother. And maybe I should, but only afterwards. Like once I start rendering and adding textures, that might be the best to actually do it. Let's add some post-its to the thing. Okay, we are almost done. I just have to do the plushie. And what? And what? So, plushie, mug, or a can of Monster, which I don't know yet. I have no clue. Monster or Crazy Wolf? Not the same thing, but I had both, so I'm thinking technically it should be the Monster or the Crazy Wolf that I most like, which means I might choose the Crazy Wolf just because it's pink. I forgot the name of the monster that I like. Man. And now we go in and we do plushie. And the plushie is pretty easy. Did you do it? Oh my god. He actually just hunted the fucking thing. I had a fly on my room. Now I don't have it anymore. He just hunted it down with his bare hands. Thank you, Mart. Okie dokie. We did the line art. And we had 1 hour of stream. 1 hour or two. Like, it was a lazy 2 hours, that's for sure. So I considered 1 hour of yesterday and 1 hour and 14 of today. That's 2 hours for line art. That's pretty good. For now, I'll leave this stuff in this color so I can actually see while I'm drawing the actual character. Actually, this is a good reminder because I have to remove that part of the desk because of the leg. The leg is in front of it, so That makes a lot more sense. There you go. Now we add this, the chair, this background. I'll sneeze. Holy shit. I hope that wasn't too loud, man. Get jump scared, idiot. Yeah, chair. There we go. We have to also do the same when it comes to the cherry. Oh, we forgot also chair-wise. I think there's a bit of cushion. Yeah, because the cushion is... Yeah. This makes sense. I just forgot about it. Nice! Hit the save button. We're good to go. I need some water. Huh. Okay. It is time to finally color shit. I am afraid. That should be. First things first. Before you color anything at all, kitchen in this, you put the background color so you don't have any white spots afterwards. And it has to be something so saturated that will hurt your eyeballs. Perfect. Now, for character, I go here and put it below. This, and I'll start with the skin, I think. And actually, I should open up some shit. Yeah, don't look at myself. What is it? What is it? What is it? I think we'll use this one because it's the most accurate. So let's do this. Are we on the right one? Only no, we want other layers, not that one. There we go. this is the moment where having a blue background is super essential, because if you had a white background, you cannot see the fucking difference at all if you place the skin color or not. So if you have a very blue background, then you can go here and see there's something missing, which is color. So you can avoid all the white spots on your art. Like, what this actually annoyed me back then when I didn't used to do this, which is finding white pixels on the edges of my art. But now it doesn't happen. Or at least it doesn't happen as often. And we can also, on the other side, make sure that the color that you want is not like going to another place that you don't want. Because that happens a lot if you use brushes that have a fading tip, like the one I do. Found something here. Let's fix that real quick. This looks kind of dumb. Hold up. Alright. For now, we'll just put the base colors and only then we start working on everything. Because then we have time to label stuff too and see if everything works good wire-wise. So we go here, we make it pink. I might go for just a shade lighter. Yeah, that sounds good. And I'll go beneath skin. Then what is your time working with this? Oh, I guess it's beneath, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But we have to go again over edges. Oh, not that one. And one thing that I have to do still is put an overlayer color. That's usually how I work with stuff, so everything is very glowy and saturated. Now we're gonna do here too, which is the cyan, the double color. And for shading cyan colors, I tend to avoid putting actual cyan or turquoise or whatever, and go a shader more blue. So then we are shading, we can actually make some glow happen. Because usually if you ever worked with the color cyan, you'll know. Oh, I didn't save that shit. Okay. You'll know that it doesn't work as in if you try to shade it with other shades of blue on multiply and whatever else, it will just not transfer. And if it does, it will just be so like transparent. Not even transparent, but like with some opacity that it's kind of annoying. Okay, and here the same. I wanna probably make no, fuck. I'll make. Hey, tablet, chill. Okay, I'll make this part right here. Thanks, man. I don't know what this color is doing that, but it is. Yeah, it's better, sure, we can work with that. That's fine. I think it's just like the fact that I use fading tip, and that will not stop me from using fading tip, honestly. I'm thinking maybe I could do this instead and then just do this. The only problem might be shading it, but that's not the problem right now, so I don't care, honestly. I need a oshi. Do some stretches. Because I will too. Actually, I think I have to go to the bathroom. Tiny break, I guess. I'll be right back. I am back. Alright. Well, I was eating some Nippon. So that's cool. I thought it was funny when I came back from the kitchen. I opened this door. Since, well, the PC is right in front of the door. So I can see my screens from my door. So I can see my model just like moving around. It looks so dumb. I like that it looks dumb, to be fair. I like the scuffness. Alright. I heard the villager SFX for a second. I think that's the best way. Honestly, before it was Pikmin, and I'm pretty sure it autoplayed for the villager sound, which I usually don't go for. Actually, let me just update my thingy. Yeah, and we good. Okay, we got the hair, and I think I'll have to add another hair layer before I forget, which is for the inner ears because they are different. I'll just call it inner ears. And that should, well, be like something like that. Sick, I wasn't going insane. Dude, who knows? Maybe I'm lying to you. Did you hear that? He's in your walls. I'm in your walls. I am the villager. Okay, what's next? I think I'll go for the flame ears and just add color to them real quick before I just forget. And this one, we can actually add the cyan, maybe. No, I'll not add the cyan. I'll do the cyan vibes right afterwards. There we go. And maybe this is a good time to add the overlay that I was talking about. So here's how I do it. First, categorize your layer so you don't forget that it's on top of everything. Because you will not see it, because it's a, well, overlay layer, right? Okay. With that said, I like my overlay pink, because it brings all the other colors together, like in the way that I want to. So like if you add pink, then it saturates to a warmer degree. I don't know how to explain to you, I'll just show you. Just add the color everywhere, and then overlay. And once you overlay, you make it like 50%, sometimes less, it depends. But you see this, and it kinda brings some life to it. Like it colors your line art, colors everything. And once you're shading with hairbrush and other brushes, I use watercolor often. It adds like an inner shading to the fading, which is pretty cool. I don't know, you just gotta see. Like once I start to render, you'll see what I mean. More clearly at least. Okay, we got hair. We want to do the dress. I think so. So the dress. I went for a blue, which I'm yet to know if I regret or not. And we called that dress 1 because there's another shade to the dress. Are we on pace to finish it today? Maybe, because we are actually ahead of schedule technically. I might go for a shade darker. Yeah, this works. Oh no! I just realized that I forgot the skin color here. Hold up! I forgot I had legs. Well, now I have to fix it, but what? Or maybe I could just be smart about this and do it like this. Yeah. Nice. Okay, now we need dress 2, and dress 2 is the darker shade for the ruffles. So we want to go darker for these guys. Rather, okay. Guess I didn't do the line properly. I'm so sorry. And actually, I have to correct that real quick. Because I did real fast, so there we go. Yeah, we can do this like this, technically. Forgot that we could. And that. Yeah. And now I don't remember which color comes first when it comes to legs, because I have both. Let me check. Yeah, okay, so the darker one is on top, and then there's the lighter one. Oh, yeah, true. Hold up. We want to do it kind of like this, I think. Or maybe even higher. Hold up. I have to always check. Because this is very specific angle that I have on the leather boots situation. Let me just show it to you. So there's this angle right here. I also have to be fancy about it, right? So I have to replicate that, but now in angle. And I don't think it's that hard. At least it shouldn't be. Let me put this back. Because it goes one way and then the other, yeah. Okay. Should do that. I think that's good. Okay. And we do the same when it comes to the other knee. And oh yeah, it's on the other side. Dark goes on the other side. So okay. I'll do it like this and then remove manually the rest. Okay, that looks about right. And now we go here and do the thing that we wanted to do. Please just work. Please just work, okay? Just work. I don't think we're missing anything. Besides me being kind of garbage at painting this. There we go. Oh. Okay. Like he's done. Now let's do the jewels and everything else that this might be seeing, I guess. Dude, the villager noise cracks me up every single time. I'll call it seeing stuff. Something about right now. Because we got a couple of other stuff that is seeing, and I think I'll just do it in a similar. Like, why? Oh no! That's not. Let me fix that. There we go. Fixed. Done. Moving on. Why do I even bother? Yeah, okay. Cool. That was easy. That is done. And now this one. Yep. Nice. Yeah? Sounds good? Not sounds, but looks good. Alright. I need my coffee. God, that's been ages since I actually draw this much in a row. Pretty good. I'm just checking some stuff. Sometimes I'm just like retweeting the same fucking Twitter post every other time. So in case I catch some of my original Twitch viewers. Okay, so that's done. Now we could base color everything else. Like background, chair, and shit. Or we could render the character first and then we bother about the background. Yeah, I think it's the best. I think it's the best if we actually base color everything, because then we have an idea like on how the light situation will work. I think that's the best. Yeah, okay. Actually, I forgot the jewel and the eyeball, so there's that. Yay! Let me do that real quick. Jewel? Yeah, okay. And for jewel, we gotta go kind of green for it to work. Is it a green or purple? I don't remember. Yeah, it's green. Oh. There we go. And now... This goes here. And I need to go check the eyeballs. Face and body, yep. Iris, there we go. This one. For iris, I usually put the darker color of the iris so it's easier to go from background color to lighter color, because I work with the darker layer first beneath it all and then the actual iris color, so there's a contrast. Looks pretty good usually. And for my color, my cyan eyeballs, I do this type of night blue color. I think I do that mix a lot. I think you guys see that. For this character specifically, I use a lot of nightshades and then contrast it with bright pinks and bright cyans. Let's do the eyeballs right now. Let's shade some eyeballs. So first thing, I wanna shade it a bit with a light color. Either sometimes I use pink because it looks pretty good, and sometimes I actually use the blue. And today I think I might go for the shade of pink. We start with this, and now we're gonna work on the first shadows. And by first shadows, I mean there's gonna be more shadows over the stuff, but this is just for some... How the fuck do I call this, man? What is the term? Just for the effect. Like, we want a sort of L effect when we work on the eyes, at least the way that I do it. And for this to work well, I like to bring it down to where, what the edge will be of the eye. Like that. But I don't do it above, I don't think. I don't usually do that, at least. Now we gonna bring the cyan up. And hopefully I can actually do this time around. So cover the whole thing, or almost the whole thing. And I tend to work the same places, same layers and whatever else for each eye. Like, I do one thing on one eye and the same thing on the other eye, just to make sure that the dimensions are right. Because sometimes I mess it up and it doesn't look the same anymore. Now, usually I do this thing where the iris, not iris, where the puppet will be. But since we are a cat this time around, I'll do a kind of triangle situation. It's the same thing, but it's more of a cat feature. And it can be a bit tricky because sometimes the angles are just not the same. It doesn't have to be the same, and you'll know why. But let's try to make them at least sisters instead of twins. Cool. Nice. Now, I have this very specific brush that I like to use instead of the watercolor fading. And this doesn't, if you work with the symmetrical rule, it doesn't work. This brush doesn't work. So you have to like copy it to the other side. Honestly, I don't mind because it just makes the what is it called? The blending way more organic. Like it doesn't look the same, but it's on the same spot. So let's do this. And this brush actually isn't even a brush. Yeah, it is. It works very well for gradients and stuff. Like you can bring the, at least on the setting that I have, you can bring it up and make it kind of cohesive. We'll do the same, but make it the brush smaller because the smaller eye, and we want the same effect. So now, one thing I really enjoyed doing, because we bring it all the way up, so then we can work it down, if that makes sense. Like you have more room to take things off, essentially. So that means I'll pick up the soft eraser and work it out like that. Actually, before I do that, I wanna Gaussian blur this just a tiny bit. Like, don't make it a big Gaussian blur, but this will make that edge kind of erased. And I just want a tiny bit. So now we can do the eraser situation. If there's too much, then I take a bit off on the side, like that. And I'll take some down too. Okay, that looks good. And one thing that I also like to do is just making a razor line situation here. It's just part of my style, so I do it. And that looks a bit too chunky. Let me bring that down. And now is my favorite part, which I love, which is glow dodge. There we go. We put it right in the center of the iris. And that can bring it a bit up like that. It's a bit, just a tiny bit too bright, but I kind of like it. I like the vibes. I also like to sometimes add just a bit of the sparkle, so it adds some texture. And now after that, we do more of the shadows that we did first. So we bring a dark color. Yeah. This is actually a bit too dark, so I do that. We do the pupil. Sometimes I like the pupil to have, well, a bit of texture. Right now I'm not sure. But maybe we should try with texture first. I have this brush called Ashito, which I forgot from which creator it is, so I'm very sorry. Maybe I should put in the description afterwards. But basically, it has this kind of texture. And it can be kind of cool for certain drawings. And I'll do some highlight here. Do the same on the other side, but not on the same space it should be, not on the other space, not symmetrical. And now I'll bring this brush a bit, maybe smaller, it should be small. And I'm gonna fade it in. Right there. Do the same on the other side. Yep. And one thing that I'll do is add more glow and put it right where it should be, and it should be the pink glow, because the pink glow makes everything come together and you can actually see it, which is cool. Add some right there on the pupil, and at the end of it all we bring the Fachito like brush again and bring some color to the purple. And somewhere else if you want. That should be it for the irises. It's a bit of a long process, but it works very well. Honestly, I think I would bring more white to the irises, but I want to see first how it looks. Like with all the other stuff, and then we see if we need anything else. Is stretches time, because I did all of this. So join me for like a minute or so. You know, I should really... I said this yesterday, but no one was there, so who cares? I should probably like put a Pomodoro timer or something for the stretchies. So then people can like draw with me and do the stretches. Stretches are very important. Don't fuck your wrist. My favorite stretchies stretch right now is the pre-stretch since I think 2 months ago. It was in May. I had my wrist surgery. I'm drawing right now, but I'll do some stretches later. You better take care of your wrist. As I was saying, I had a surgery on my wrist. Well, I thought it was for a long time tendinitis, and it was actually a tumor. Since the tumor is gone, now I have to do stretches for more mobility. Let me check on Twitter real quick. Wow, I'm such a social person. Social media person, that's me. I am that. Honestly, I have no clue if there's any person who somehow found this fucking stream through Twitter. Still trying to figure that one out, but who knows? Maybe one day. Alright. Let's finish with the rest of that, I guess. So eyelashes and anything else that we might remember. I like to put the eye white usually just below every other base color. I was already sub, so you were like the first in my feed. Is that so? So, what, did you sub to me because like you found me on Twitch before? Because like back in the day I was uploading VODs like from Twitch to here, and then because I wasn't doing Twitch anymore or anything at all, I just removed the VODs to then make a new thing. White eyes. There we go. For white eyeballs, the white of the eyeballs, we like to keep it. First, go to the blue, just in case. and make it just below, like, the actual white. Oh yeah, I found you on Twitter for your ad. Oh hell yeah! Twitter actually worked! Thank you! Thanks for subbing and stuff and following my shit. Okay, now I bring more blue for the multiply. Because this will be the shadow of the eyes. I only do the top usually because it just looks better. And then I blend it again with the usual brush that I told you about. There we go. So it makes a gradient with the white. And then after that, I like to, maybe not here, I can just make it on the skin. I like to make even a lighter blue and put it up top. And this is the color that will not touch, will not blend us or anything. Because this will work as a division with the eyelash eventually. Plus makes the eyeball pop even more. Now, for the eyelashes, I have a particular way of shading eyelashes, which I've never seen around, but I think the way that I render and paint eyelashes has a lot to do with the fact that I drew a lot of emotes, and emotes usually have this particular way of having a color gradient like on the edges of the eyelashes and then something, a highlight on the middle. And it's just like the grown-up version. So, firstly, we keep the blue, like, line out of the eyelash. The blue is a very good, like, color conductor, let's call it that, for other colors like pink, purple, cyan, and other stuff. Like, it works very well. And since the whole aesthetic is that, I'll do the same. But if it was, let's say, a character that has, I don't know, like some golden or yellow stuff, like yellow highlight somewhere. Like you look at the character and you see, yeah, that's kind of a, could be yellow character. Like I am a pink character, I think. Then I'll probably make the eyelash, the base of the eyelash, like a not blue, not dark blue, but like a greenish blue. Because then it's like on the same, not hue, but you get it. You guys get it. Let me work. So I'll bring cyan. I think cyan always works best because for this character specifically, for my character specifically, since I have pink hair, if I put pink again on the eyelash, then it looks faded. And we don't want faded. We want like that shit to pop out. So we go for blue instead. So blue, cyan blue on dark blue. Good for contrast, yeah. I mean, I think that's like how we can summarize my whole art style. Is like harmonious sort of pop. Yeah, I see it. Like my art style always has been like super saturated, and I always liked the fact that there's a lot of edges and contrast to it. And I'm finally like at the stage of art where I'm actually kind of proud of how I've done stuff. And a lot of it, at least I think, it has been influenced by mustache art style. We bring some more glow dodge because this also I summarize my stuff. And I think I'll bring some sparkle stuff like I did before for the eyes. So there's like kind of some texture to it. I think one of the things that I see a lot when it comes to like some more newbie artists is that they really avoid making texture like on anything. And that's mostly because we don't have the right brushes and we don't download the right brushes. And I think usually like if you go to any like YouTube art YouTuber like tutorial people, they say that you don't need more brushes, you don't have to download more brushes. But I think it is good practice to, if you are a beginner and whatever, to download the brushes and see what type of brushes you actually want to use. So you can, because like texture brushes can bring a lot of personality to a drawing that you make, I think. Now, on top of this, I'll put some blue, like very light, not light blue, put some dark blue, but very light. Like right on the center of the eyelash. So then we can make the highlight with glow dodge. And for this, we're gonna make just white. And now that we have like the blue whole thing going on, it will make a very glowy purplish highlight. And it looks super fucking cool. And I think this one is too thick, so we'll try it again. Like I prefer it to be slightly smaller. Like that, pockies. Now, this really depends on the artwork that I do. But sometimes I add some kind of shadow to the eyelash to see if I can give some kind of dimension. And we're gonna try to do that and see just how it looks real quick. And I bring a watercolor brush and put it all the way down. And do this kind of thing around the eyelash. We're gonna use the blender to just not have any hard edges. And hold up. Now we glow dodge again. Let's go. And this time around, usually I use my soy pen, my normal pen. But this time I want to try it with the Fajito to see if I can bring some kind of texture to the edge of the eyelash. Like this. And the idea is we don't want it completely white. Solid white will make it like blend with the white of the eyeball. We just want to have kinda of a colorful glowy edge where it's not an hairbrush, I guess. And you can do that to the rest. Never do all the way around. Not only is too much work, but it doesn't look that good. We want just on what we could consider below the eyelash. And we do the same on the other one. And here we got our eyeballs done. Every other minute I'm drinking water. I need to. No. I think I'll take care of the face. So, nose first, because this works. Like, there's nothing on the nose that we should worry about. You get yourself white, and you paint the highlight, and we are good to go. Actually, I should fix that skin color situation. And this is why you have blue background. You'll see this shit. I just don't know where my skin color is. I think this is the one. Yes, it is. Okay, now let's do the face. And all the shadows if we deem necessary. And this will be the hard part of figuring out shadows. Because I have two ways of doing shadows. First, I have like the inner shadows, which are like the edges of like hair and stuff that you know that shadows will be there. And then we have ambient shadows, which is caused by the ambient. Right now, we're only gonna do the not ambient ones. So basically, we can figure out all the ambient stuff afterward and not worry about it. Right now, we are working on the character and like we're gonna see, like we're gonna bring some personality into it, I guess. We make it non-flat. That's what's happening. And I like to start with normal, and I like to make it go for white when it comes for, well, white people. If it was like, depending on the shade, I try to use different colors of light. So if I had a specific brown, like mid brown, I'll use probably a more yellow golden shade for that part. But the idea is, since we have an highlight on the nose, we're gonna do kind of the same and bring out that white thing. And then we have gonna have like a gradient situation where it focuses on the center. Looks pretty good. And we do the same when it comes for the inner chest. And we do the same for the leg. I don't do usually on the arm when it comes to skin because I don't think it looks that pretty. Like, it looks too much. So now we can move on to multiplying shit. For this character, we're going for shades of pink. Pink works very well. Of course, depending, I think you guys get it, depending on the skin color, we use different shades. Like, yeah, like for this character, pink works very well. If it was a brown person, then we probably want to go for reds. Maybe blue sometimes. It depends on the undertone. I like to also bring it some for the lips. And then for this specific character, I like to remove some of the upper lip part. I only do lower lips. And this is just the beginning of shading. There's always a lot of work to do when it comes to shading. I do this, I select the whole thing, so then I can just do this shade right here. The underneck, no, people always forget to shade the underneck. I think it's good practice to just remind yourself to do it. Now, I'll bring some to the chest area and to the shoulders. I also bring it right below the chest. I'll probably make this kind of smaller. And then the leg that is on the other side, we wanna cover the whole thing. Or almost the whole thing. Let's leave it some of the some of the skin color. But you should probably start where the shadow will be the strongest. Which in this case, I am messing up because I'm thinking, well, the leg is there, so the leg goes front, but maybe if it starts on like the inner thigh, it makes more sense, since it's further from light, possibly, since the light will come from here, this direction. And this we do for the leg, kind of an halo. But don't put too much. I sometimes mess up that part. Okay. Now, actually, I'll bring some shadow there, right under the armpit. Alright, that's the basic, and we're gonna add a bit more. Dude, my I kind of flex my arm a bit weirdly. Fuck. It's looking good. Okay, now I'll probably pick up on my watercolor brush, go one shade a bit darker, and start doing the edges. And by edges, I also include eyelids, because I use the same color and the same type of technique, so I might as well just put it. The other thing that I include on edges, besides for the neck thing that I just showed, is shoulder blades and how do I even call that? The crease of the chest. There you go. for the eyelash, not eyelash, eyelid. That one. I like to blend the color of the eyelid up, so then it makes a natural shadow. And if there's too much, I just sharpen it with the eraser, and that's about it. Honestly, the boobs is like the most complicated part for me. I always do the same shape. I accidentally do the same shape when it's not on purpose, man. For now, we're gonna leave the boobs like that. I don't have the patience. Okay. Let's save before I do anything else. Save your drawings! Save it before you make your PC crash or something. I need to stand the fuck up. I cannot feel my legs. I'll be right back, and if my model moves, it's not me, it's you. Hi. I'm back. And I got candy. I'm terrible. Let me remove that. Be right back. Thingy. Get yourself candy too. Let's be terrible together. But now you might like hear me eating my candy. Spooky. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Okay, hold up. I'm figuring this out. I think I need some more shading here. Usually, I like to do this under eyelid thingy. Just give me a second. I think I fucked this up. Yeah, okay. And besides that, what I really like to do is... So, basically, the Fashito brush works with both colors that you select to make like different shades. So when it comes to edges, I like to bring the Fashito brush, so then I can bring a different in color. But it should be like, how do I say it? Only on places that you know are gonna be darker. Man, I don't hear the... Okay, wait, hold up, I'm putting the Pikmin again. Yeah! Let me put the music a bit... lower. Not mute. Not that... That's too quiet. I'm struggling, man. Okay. Alright. That side boob situation looks a bit weird. Not gonna lie. It looks better. Now I gotta check something for the dress because I forgot that shit. Also, I want to let the people that are watching know that probably soon enough I'll go make dinner and not come back. So we are not gonna finish this drawing, and well, if we finish it, it's gonna be tomorrow. Or I'll stream again at the same time. Unless something happens to me and the urge of drawing comes back at night to haunt me like yesterday. And then we see if I actually draw. Because I want this specific drawing to be only stream. So, okay. I think I decided to not do the dress right now. I think I'll do the hair instead. So The first shade for the hair, dual color or not, I like to bring some of the skin color back into the hair so it looks like a fade. Quality needs higher quantity of streams. And yeah, later tonight I'll reveal one, by the way. Dude, don't say that to me. Like, you got... Like, I was actually thinking of just chilling at night. I'll be out of the... Ah. Cut off the cat situation? Or what? Did you just tell me and I didn't hear it? Honestly. arm pain. Pikmin popping in is like my sleep bros. I mean, yeah, that's literally the reason why I put it in, because like otherwise I'm kinda sleeping. Thank you, Pikmin, for your services. Okay, what I was gonna say is, I wanna go make food and I wanna not come back. So again, just like yesterday, we didn't finish the drawing, but I guess we finish tomorrow or tonight or whatever. We're gonna see. So, okie dokie, let me somehow figure this one out. Hi. Thank you for coming to the stream. I have no clue if the chat widget is working on this place. So, I'll see you guys around. Goodbye, goodbye. Enjoy your day. Keep drawing, because I'm not, I guess. It's okay, progress is progress is progress. Okay, I'm gonna make fried rice. Hell yeah. Fried rice is good. I have no clue what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something warm and cozy. Anyways, bye bye. See you later, or see you tomorrow, or see you. Bye.